I took this picture right here at my first total eclipse that I've ever been to. This was in Missouri in the United States. I drove from Minnesota to Poplar Bluff, Missouri. Never been there before, but I wanted to see the total eclipse. This was on April 8th, 2024, and this was 1:57 p.m. Now I'm loading up Windows 98 right now, and I'm going to load up some old software from the year 2001 to see if I can recreate this actual... Excuse me, Windows 98 has a very loud startup sound. So I'm going to see if I can recreate this actual picture that I took. This is actually the only picture I took of the total eclipse. Not the best picture ever. I wanted to actually experience it rather than snap pictures all day. So, yeah, and you can kind of see just below it there's Venus. So I want to see if I can recreate that using old software from 2001. Here it is right here. It's called Starry Night Pro. Let's load it up. This is Starry Night Pro version 3.1, which, like I said, came up around 2001. And as you can see, the date right here is today's date, July 13th, 2025, and this is the actual local time. And so this is actually where the sun is. If I look up, and that's exactly where the sun is. And if I were to like modify things, like turn off the stars and turn off the brightness, this is actually where all the stars and planets currently are. So it's in real time. And it's pretty awesome software. Like I said, even though it's from 2001, it's actually pretty accurate. So let me go ahead and make sure my viewing location is set to Minnesota, approximately. So I'm gonna say that's like approximately like right here. Okay, and I'm gonna hit set location, and it's gonna teleport me over to that location. All right, there we go. All right, it's landing back on Earth. All right, we're back on Earth. Now let me set the date here at the bottom to April 8th, 2024, and I'll do like 1:50 p.m. That's about where it was. So from Minnesota, the viewing location, Minnesota, where's the sun? Okay, there it is. Ooh, that's the moon in front of the sun. So yeah, that's accurate. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit and see where the moon goes. You can see the moon, you can see the time, it's 1:52, 1:53, 1:54. I'm fast forwarding. Well, I don't get a really good view, so I'm going to zoom into the moon. Let's hit magnify, and we'll see how close it is. And as you might know, a total eclipse covers the sun entirely, and there's only a very small portion of any given surface of the Earth where you're in this path of totality. So you have to actually drive somewhere to get a total eclipse. In a lot of places, you'll see a partial eclipse like this, but you have to be in a certain spot on the planet Earth to get a total eclipse. That's why we drove from Minnesota down to Poplar Bluff, Missouri in 2024. So obviously, as you can see, this is not good enough. This is what they saw from Minnesota. So I didn't want to see a partial eclipse. I personally wanted a total eclipse. So we're gonna have to find out the location. So I'm gonna type into Google coordinates for Poplar Bluff, Missouri. And I'm going to type those in. Okay, so 3690. So let's type that in, and we can go to viewing location, and I type in 36 latitude and 90 longitude, and hit set location. And it's so precise that this should be actually accurate. Now let's set the time for 1:45 p.m. Okay. All right, so now we're in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, and I'm gonna hit fast forward just a little bit. And as you see, it's getting darker. Okay, I'm gonna try to put real time if I've got it, kind of. Oh, we're getting the horizon, the 360-degree horizon, which happens at total eclipses. All right, that's pretty cool. So we're at 1:51, not quite an eclipse yet, so let me magnify and look closer at the moon and sun. Ooh, it's getting really close. I'm gonna fast forward just a little bit and see if we can get there. Oh, there we go, 1:52, 1:53. Yep, that's pretty accurate. Now remember, this software came out in 2001. So the heavens are that's why they call it a clockwork universe. They can predict years from now when eclipses are going to happen. So this software is pretty damn accurate. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, but this is one way that you can, you know, kind of explore the cosmos. You know, this is astronomy software. You can find it on the Internet Archive. Let me fast forward a little bit. Oh, I kind of want to zoom out a little bit as if I'm, you know, I'm looking from Earth. So, oh, that's nice. Oh, that's awesome. Oops, I want to lock on the moon. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. What do we see? If we zoom out, is it totally... Ooh, stars are starting to come out. So was that a total eclipse? Am I in the right spot? 3690? Yeah, that should be. It gets pretty dark. Look at that, that's really dark. Okay, I'm going to zoom into the sun if I can. No, I guess I'm going to magnify to the moon. Now, that is a total eclipse, right? Should be. Oh, maybe I didn't put myself in the right exact spot. So maybe it's at 37. Because it's closer to 30. Oh, yeah, okay. That's why. I was off by like a degree. Okay, let's rewind it a little bit. Okay, that's why. It's at 37, okay. Yeah. Alright, let me go back a little bit. Yep, now it's full darkness. Now I'm in the path of totality here. It's pretty amazing that the software works so well. Look at that, that's actually total nighttime now. And that planet right there, Venus, as you could see in my actual picture, that's pretty close. Let me see if I can shrink this down a little bit. I'm going to cut off the edges a little bit. Okay. All right. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty close. I'm not saying it's actually perfect, but let me fast forward a little bit. I don't remember. I think I took it at 157, so it was about, I think it was about right when it happened or so. But I mean, that's close enough. I mean, so I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. I think, you know, messing with software like this is really fun. You can, there's so many things in here. I haven't even time to check it all out. You can go to like inner solar system and you can speed it up from like external, and you could really speed up the time and see it'll look like years from now, months from now. Look at that. And you can always zoom out and zoom in and see where all the planets and stars are. It's amazing software. It's not running that fast in this computer I'm using, because this is a Windows 98 computer. But if you run this on like Windows XP with a faster computer, it's a hell of a thing. It's just, I love downloading software like this and installing it. It's just fun to mess around. Let me go to just one more thing here. Oops, I don't know what the hell I just did. Let me go to outer solar system and see what we see here. Oh, this is a more external view. You can kind of rotate it on it. Yeah. That's cool, man. And you can see from above where all the planets are. And you can kind of see the retrograde action going on. Like, how the hell does it look like Mars goes left in the sky and then right and loops back and all that stuff? But yeah, this is just kind of a little piece of software I wanted to show you. Oh yeah, that's right. You can actually go to the moon and then you can look back at Earth. So I'm going to click Earth and hit target, so it's going to look at it. Now I can actually magnify Earth, I believe. Yep. And then you can fast forward and look at the lighting. The lighting is really cool. And you can see exactly kind of where the Earth will be. Let's do minutes. Or no, how about hours? Oh shit, that's way too fast. So you can see what the Earth looks like from the moon as you go around it. And exactly, so you can time all this stuff up too. And you can actually put the correct date for the moon landing in 1969 and go from the moon like this and zoom in on the Earth and see what exactly where it was in space. And then compare that with the pictures that the astronauts took as they were about to hit the moon, or while they were at the moon, they took pictures of Earth. So you could see if everything lines up. And it does. It actually lines up. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, once again, this is Starry Night Pro. I thought it was pretty awesome.